Wednesday morning in July. Hello everybody, thank you for joining me. So today we are continuing with our Christmas in July theme. So I have, let me grab it real quick, this beautiful bead assortment. Now these are Czech Glass beads. A lot of them are vintage and they are beautiful, like a Victorian color, like a vintage Victorian Christmas color palette. And so what I made with them, I'm gonna show you real quick, is a bracelet using these colors. And I only used a few of them, but I kind of kept it a little bit more on a neutral side. So I used like gold, bronze, red, white. You can definitely put green in there, really make it scream Christmas, or you could keep it a little bit more muted as well. So I'm going to show you how to make that bracelet. I couldn't resist. I also made a really simple little pair of earrings. I feel like you could just wear these every day year round as well. So those are really fun too. Oh, hello, Jen and Kat and PJ. Good morning. So it is morning where I am. I am on the west coast of the United States. It is 10 a.m. Pacific time. I see Lisa is here in Pennsylvania. Hello. And Tilly is here. Good morning or good afternoon. If you're in Pennsylvania, we are definitely into the afternoon hours. So good afternoon to everyone as well. Hello, Sharon in Arizona. Hi. I love the hearts, guys. Thank you. If there's a little heart icon, if you click on that, it gives me floaty hearts. Oh, thank you, PJ. I made this with one of these beautiful Czech Glass bead mixes. I love it. It was a teal mix. It is there in the shopping bag. So our wonderful Megan was able to make a few more because this sold out so quickly. So she made a few more for us and we were able to get those. So Michelle just put up the banner, but there's also that shopping bag icon, my Mary Poppins bag, if you will, and everything in the show that you see is preloaded into that shopping bag. You just click on it. You can see everything. You can then see the price. You can see the sizing, the quantity, all that good stuff. And you can even add it right to your shopping cart. So that's perfect too. But I am wearing this necklace all the time. This is now the most worn piece of jewelry I own. I don't know, there's something about the color or just the layering. It's a little bit vintage, so I love it. Oh, hello, Myra. And I also saw Diane is here. And I know I saw Susan from Seattle as well. Hello, Susan and Hannah from Iceland. Oh, thank you for joining us. Okay, guys, we're going to have fun today. So we are going to be designing this Christmas in July bracelet, which is perfect because Art Beads is also having our Christmas in July sale. It is a site-wide sale, so it is 20 to 25% off everything. If you spend over $49, you get free shipping and a free gift of beautiful hurricane glass. There's 5 strands in here, so that's fun. Oh, thank you, Tilly. Guys, I get so many compliments on this necklace. I love it. And it's very wearable because it's pretty lightweight too. And it's 2 necklaces. If you go back and watch the replay, we actually made 2 necklaces and now they're stacked together. So, and there was enough beads to do that, which was fun. Oh, hello, Lou from Mississippi Gulf Coast. Hello. Yes, Lynn, I'm going to go see Mary Poppins in the park tomorrow. So I've got Mary Poppins on the mind as well. We have in our little community, we have movies in the park during the summer. So tonight we're going to the Lorax and tomorrow night we're going to go see Mary Poppins. So we love doing it. There's about 5 or 6 of them every year. All right, guys, I'm going to flip my camera down and we are going to start creating and designing. And I'm going to show you what we have on our table today. Okay, let me get this organized. Oh, and Michelle is with us and she's saying Wicked was just shown in the park last night. Oh, that's so fun. All right, guys, I moved stuff away, but now I'm going to pull it back. Okay, so let me move my chair. I find I actually... I love it. Okay, so here is the mix we're going to be using today. And I have a secondary mix because I opened one up already to make my sample bracelet here. And I did a couple things that are a little different in here because I always like to show a different technique. So we did a little creative stringing, and this was an experiment. I wasn't sure if it was going to work or not. This is actually double crimped and I created a loop. I'm going to show you how to do that so that I wasn't needing to use jump rings to attach these. I wire wrapped them and then I created a loop with my stringing wire and I crimped here and I crimped here. I also, instead of using like a wire guard, I used some seed beads right here as a little decorative touch. And then instead of buying metal spacer beads, I wanted a little bit of gold metal. I just used uncrimped crimp tubes. So that's another little tip is you can also, you get like 100 beads in a pack. You can use them just as a regular bead as well. So that just gave a little continuity of a little extra metal. So we're going to open this up here in just a moment. And then I've got a little different clasp because I didn't have two of the same clasps, but I did put in the shopping bag a bunch of really pretty like Victorian clasps, and you feel so inspired because they were really pretty. And I was like, oh, I don't have them here, but I want to show that they are available. Okay, so we're going to use our mix. We're going to open that up in a sec. We're also going to be using these really nice little seed beads, these gold seed beads. They're in the shopping bag. Oh, hello, Ruth Alice. And BJ, good morning. Oh, thank you, BJ. And then I've got these are hex beads. They're one of my new favorite shapes of beads. They're just a really nice, interesting shape. And so we've got those. Those are the only beads that we're going to add to this mix. All the other beads are in the mix. We're going to use a little artistic wire in 24 gauge. We're going to be using some beading wire. 0.015 is going to be the size. You can use 19 strand, 7 strand. And actually with this bracelet on how we're going to be constructing it, where we are covering our wire with those little gold seed beads, I feel like you could almost use any color of beading wire as well. So that's kind of nice too. All right. And then for the earrings, I have just a little dangle right here. So it's just a really pretty earring hook. And then that beautiful red velvet looking bead is hanging from it. And then if you don't like the long hooks, I also put just a really nice classic hook into that shopping bag as well. Okay, so before we get started with the actual bracelet, I want to show you this brand new mix because this is brand new as of like 5 minutes ago. It just showed up on the website, and this is our new item for today. So I've never even opened this guy up, and I will be designing with it next week. So that's been really fun. All July, I've been showing a new mix and then designing with it the following week. So that's what we did with the Christmas one. I showed it last week, and this week I designed with it. And now these beautiful blues and some aqua and teal, and I can't wait to see what's in here. Okay, so this is all part of this one mix. All right, so these are those beautiful flat kind of puffed coin, what look like pearls. So that's what I have on my necklace too, and I love them because they really catch the eye, especially from a distance. So those are beautiful. The next thing that caught my eye are these guys. Look at that color, that like capri blue. And these are really nice. Now these are all Czech Glass, and they're just lovely. So this is all part of this one mix. I love that blue. I don't know. I'm trying to think, what am I going to design with these? I'm feeling maybe another necklace is happening because these are so vintage looking. Look at those cool shape of those pearls. Yeah, I think I might need to make another necklace, maybe another multi-strand one, but of course different from the one I'm wearing right now. But these pearls are so pretty, and you get a ton of them. Look at that strand. So that's beautiful. And Megan has been putting all of these together. So we're now calling her Mix Master Megan. And she has been doing these beautiful mixes, and they're so pretty. And then this gorgeous strand of beads as well. So just so pretty. Oh, hello, Ruth Alice. Oh, what are you wearing? I am wearing the necklace I made with the teal mix. When we pop the camera back up at the end, you'll see it. It's my new favorite piece of jewelry. I wear it all the time. And then next week, I'm going to probably create another necklace with these beads because they're so yummy. Oh, I love these. I got these in a different mix. They're like a top drilled one, so they sit almost like a little drop. Oh, hello, Tina. Okay, and Tilly's saying you can't go wrong with Czech Glass. I totally agree. And then, oh my gosh, it keeps coming. It keeps coming. And then these, what are these? Let's look at these. This is the beauty of doing live. These are like little lentil beads with 2 holes. If you could see that, there's little 2-hole lentils. I think these are called lentils. So those are neat. I love those. Okay, and then these are really pretty. I'm gonna have to maybe do an earring with these because I want to do some wire wrapping with this. It's kind of almost like an organic shape. It's a little bit of a free form feeling. So those are really cool. I love that color too. I don't know, guys, should I put silver with these or an antique brass? Both I think would look beautiful. Yeah, Ruth Alice, I agree. Michelle too. I love these colors. I don't know. I might do silver with these. Okay, these are cool. So these are almost like a cube, and they seem to have like an AB on one side. So those are beautiful. And then more of this beautiful, vibrant, almost like a capri blue. And these, so yeah, I'm definitely can tell I can make a gorgeous earring out of these and a necklace. Who knows? Maybe we'll even have time to do a whole set. Maybe we can do an earring, a necklace, and a bracelet. Okay. So these are all part of this beautiful mix that just got released like 5 minutes ago. It is there in the shopping bag. I know Michelle is putting up banners too. All right. So for free shipping, it's $49 or more. And then if you hit that level, you also get a free gift, which is these beautiful strands of hurricane glass. So you'll get all of these beads for free as part of our Christmas in July sale. So you get these and free shipping for over $49. All right, and then I'm just gonna show you guys this again real quick. So pretty. Okay, so next week I will create with these guys. This will be so fun to do. I love this. Look at how sparkly that is. Okay, I'm gonna put these guys aside so we can open up the mix that I'm working with today, but I will definitely have so much fun figuring out what to do with these. I don't know, I am feeling a necklace, an earring, and a bracelet might be coming our way. I just wanna make the complete set because there's so many beads. And I mean, I feel like I could even just do an entire bracelet of this with just the little sparkly spacer, and it would be so beautiful and classic and easy to wear. Okay. All right, guys, I just want to play with this one now, so I need to put this aside. Otherwise, I am just going to keep thinking of ideas of what to do with that one. All right, so the mix that we're using, oh, wait, guys, there's more. This comes with it too. It just disappeared into the background. Thank you, Michelle. So this is part of that assortment too. You get these clear little beads too. And these are all Czech Glass. Oh, and Gail just ordered yours. Great, Gail. Yes, if there is something you love, it is a good idea to order it quickly. These mixes have sold out. Sometimes, Megan, we can go to her and say, can you please look through the palettes and see if you can make any more? I know sometimes she can and sometimes she can't. So definitely if there's something you love, grab it while you see it. Okay, guys, let's open up this one. So this is the Vintage Christmas Mix. So it's all these wonderful bronzes and golds and reds and greens. Oh, PJ, I agree. I am so inspired. I was just talking with Deb Floros, and she is just gushing over these two because she feels so inspired as well. Okay, so what you get with this mix is you get these really cool drops, and we're going to use it in the bracelet design, and I'm going to show you how to string them onto wire, but also how to wire wrap them. I wanted to show a couple different uses for these. I didn't have any ring memory wire handy, but I really do want to make some wine charms with ring memory wire and these guys. I think they would look so pretty around the base of wine glasses at the holidays. I can just see them like lit up by candlelight on the base of wine glasses. Everyone gets a different color because there's 4 colors of these. So you can make 4 different, oh, that one came, I thought that was on a strand. But you see here, we got these. So these are part of this Christmas mix. Also part of the Christmas mix is this beautiful, very large bead right here. This is really pretty. I used 3 of these in the bracelet design. I didn't want to use too many more because it was going to get a little heavy, but these are really pretty. And then this bead here is nice. I also used this one in the bracelet design. These are pretty. These are these little like top drilled drops. Yeah, it's a really interesting shape. I'm having fun reading the comments as we go. Oh, it looks like I had one broken bead. Okay, that sometimes happens with glass. Just gonna clean that up right there. Okay. Luckily, it doesn't happen very often, but sometimes it does. Oh, and then a quick reminder, if you are watching us right now on YouTube or Facebook, welcome. Please note that I can't read your comments live. They don't show up on my screen. But if you want to click on the link in the description of your video and come on over to Art Beads, then when you comment, I can see your comments live, which is, of course, always helpful. Oh my gosh, guys, there's another color of these. I almost forgot. So you have 5 colors of these drops. So you can make 5 wine glass charms, or you can make 2 wine glass charms of each color, mix and match. So you can definitely have a lot, but I will be making wine glass charms out of these. That'd be a nice little hostess gift too for the holidays if you go to somebody's house. Okay, and then probably my favorite bead in the whole mix are these. They are so, to me, like luxe. They look like velvet. They remind me of like Victorian wallpaper, which I know is an odd comment, but if you've seen some like red velvet Victorian wallpaper, that's what these remind me of, especially with those gold ends. Okay. And then, like I said, I just added 2 other beads that I wanted to use for spacing. Oh, hello, Mary. Okay, I use these hex beads, which are right here. I'm going to open these guys up and spread them out. But they're a nice little shape. They're kind of unique. So it's a little elevated seed bead is kind of how I think of those. And then to do my finishing around my crimp tubes, I'm going to go ahead and use these little seed beads. And then for my demo one, I used this clasp. But for this one, I'm going to use this little leaf because I didn't want to take my bracelet apart and I didn't have 2 of these on hand. I think the leaf is really pretty too. And then I put some other options there in that shopping bag. All right, guys, let's design. So for this, I wanted like a little extra something on this bracelet. You could leave off this or do it. I just thought it was fun to have some baubles. I'm going to show how to do wine glass charms in another video. I did not have any ring memory wire around my house here, so I need to order some. But I will show how to do wine glass charms. I would love to do that. Maybe Michelle, if we have any ring memory wire in stock, can add it to the shopping bag so everyone can see what it looks like. It's basically just memory wire, but really small and like the perfect size to go around the base of a wine glass. The red beads are unfortunately not sold separately from this mix. They are beautiful though. They're really, really pretty. Okay, so I wire wrapped a bunch of little, I like baubles. I like the word baubles because I wanted some extra movement. Now I pre-wire wrapped some to save a little time, but I'm going to show you how to do one of each. So for these little drops, if you want to wire wrap them, I'm going to show you how to do that right now. You're going to take your artistic wire and you're going to cut about 4 inches, 4 to 5 inches. You just have like a nice little amount. You're going to take one of these beautiful Czech Glass drops. I'm going to open one up. Okay, so I can expose one. And there's a hole right here. So they are drilled through right there. And we're going to put our wire so it's equal amounts on both sides. And then we're going to put this up and crisscross. So we make like a nice crisscross. And then we're going to go in with our chain nose pliers and we're going to bend one side up. So we have one up and one off to the side. Okay, so that's what we've got now. Now we're going to go in with our favorite wire looping pliers and we're going to create a wrapped wire loop only with the one that's upright. And you can do messy wraps, neat wraps, whatever you like. So we're just going to go ahead, squeeze, make sure this other one is off to the side, rotate up, and where that crisscrosses, you can pull your pliers out. We're going to go grab that loop with our pliers, and we're going to wrap this wire around the stem of it. And you only need to wrap a couple times. You really don't need a ton of wrappings there to secure it. And with this bracelet, you could put more of these on, less of these on, really whatever you like. Okay, so now we've got a loop that we're going to be able to attach with. Now what you can do is you can just hold, you can either hold your loop with your pliers, like so, or you can just hold the base of the Czech Glass as well. Oh, hello, Linda. We are working with Czech Glass beads in wonderful vintagey Victorian Christmas colors, and we're making a bracelet today. Okay, so then you just wrap this wire around the stem a couple times and trim the tail at the base or at the back, just using your normal cutters. And then I like to tuck my tails, and that basically just means I squish my wire end into my wire wrapping so it doesn't poke me. And that is a very easy way to wire wrap these little drops. And they have movement to them, which I love. So if that's at the base of an earring, that's really fun. Okay, so I did do a couple of those ahead of time. And then what you can also do, I've got some ball head pins, and you can use regular head pins too. I think I put ball and regular. And I think with these colors, you can mix and match gold and antique brass. So if you've got an antique brass finding you love, I think you can definitely use it with these colors. All right, so now I'm going to take this little bead. Now we can elaborate on it. We're just going to make a little dangle, but we can keep it like this. We could always put a gold bead on top of it. We could put one of those hex beads on top of it. These are like your little dangles, so just do whatever you want that you think looks pretty. And now we're just going to do a wrapped wire loop. Okay, so we just grab it with those pliers. There's a little gap of air right there. Oh, good, LJ. She loves her Xuron side cutters. Wonderful. Xuron makes such nice tools. Okay, so we did our little loop. And now we're going to wrap it. And trim and tuck. And so I did all the other ones ahead of time to save a little time, but you can go ahead and do as many or as few as you want. But I've got 3 reds, 3 whites, and one of this really pretty amber. Oh, hello, Dee. Okay. All right, so now we're going to do a little creative stringing. So I think I've shared this before. I had been for many years actually pretty afraid of stringing. It was my most difficult jewelry medium to learn, crimping of a crimp tube. I ended up so frustrated that I think I just avoided stringing for the longest time. And then I learned from Deb Floros and Sarah Lovecraft, and you know, they're designers here on Art Beads too, and they really showed me the joy of stringing and how many beautiful combinations you can make, and to not be afraid of it. So I really practiced my crimp tubing, my crimping of a crimp tube. You use these pliers here, and I like crimp tubes, a size 2x2, far better than crimp beads. I find they're much easier to use, and they're not as finicky. And so now, yeah, it's been like the last maybe 5-6 months I've been on this journey of rediscovering stringing, which is really a whole discipline of jewelry making that I honestly avoided for a very long time because I had an early kind of traumatic experience with crimp tubes. So a little backstory there of if there's something maybe you've been avoiding, give it another shot because it can bring lots and lots of joy. All right, so I'm going to cut off about 16 inches here, and we're going to cut off a little bit more than you would usually use for a bracelet because we're going to do a little bit of a doubling effect on one point. So there's 6, 12. You know what? I'm just going to give myself 18 inches just to give myself extra room on this, just so that I don't cut it too close. Where's my guard? Oh, yes, the Xuron 4-in-1 crimpers. I have a pair of those somewhere too. Those are really good. Okay. All right, so we're going to, like I said, we're going to do this in a little bit of a different manner. I was playing with this and it worked when I played with it. So we're going to hope that it works now. Okay, so we are going to start by attaching our toggle ring to one end to start with. So what we're going to do is we are going to first put on 3 of these little gold seed beads, followed by our toggle, our little ring through our toggle bar. You notice I don't have a bead stopper on here, and you're going to see why. And then we're going to do 3 more. So this is working as like a little decorative element, just that extra little touch. So here we go. We've got 3 and 3. Now we're going to put on a crimp tube. Okay, we're going to slide this down. And I want this tail a little longer. I want this to be, about 4 inches or so. Okay, I'm going to put the crimp tube through here. So I've got 1 long tail, 1 short tail. Okay, and I'm going to slide this down all the way so that we have a pretty little loop right there, having those seed beads there. Also make sure we have plenty of wiggle room. Oh, hello, Gussie. Okay. Yeah, good crimps are key. I'm just going to refer to it as my traumatic experience with crimp tubes. I had bought some very inexpensive crimp tubes and they cracked on me. But I didn't know at the time, because I was new to jewelry making, that it was the crimp tubes that were the problem and not necessarily my technique. So I literally spent days, and it had to have been like 100 crimp tubes trying to master crimping, and they kept cracking. But I ended up really discouraged. So definitely good crimp tubes are key. All right, so we've got it right there in that plier. So it's in that back notch, and I'm kind of spreading out my strands a little bit because they're going to form 2 different channels when we crimp this, and we want to make sure we're not on any of the seed beads either. Okay, and then we squeeze, and if we did it right, we've got 2 nice channels right there. And now we're going to rotate it so it's sitting upright in the first notch. Okay, so now it's sitting upright in that first notch, and we're going to squeeze. Oh, hello, Tracy. Okay, and now what we've got, so we've got 1 long tail, 1 short tail. This is where we're doing a little creative stringing. Oh, hello, Debbie, as well. So for anyone who's just joining us, we are using this beautiful Czech Glass mix in these vintage Christmas colors. And we did just show a brand new mix today. I'll show it at the end as well. Beautiful kind of capri blues and teal blues. Lovely, lovely colors. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. And this is a little bit different. So we're going to simultaneously string both of these with a hex bead. Okay, so I put a hex bead on each and let that slide down and let that slide down. Now I'm going to take one of my wire wraps. Now remember, these are wrapped wire loops, so they're not going to go anywhere. There's no gap for them to slide off. I'm going to take one of my baubles, followed by another hex bead, followed by another bauble, but let's do a red one this time, so we're mixing up what's going on here. Followed by another hex bead, and then let's do another white bauble here with the white drop. So this is what we've got. So you see how we're getting this kind of charm effect, this fun dangly charm effect. And then we're going to do another hex bead. And then I'm going to do, well, you know, you don't even have to do hex bead, charm hex bead. We can just put another little dangle on here because it's going to create this fun cluster. So then I just put on another one. Now, if you want to, you can go ahead. We're going to put on one more hex bead. You can put on a bead stopper, or you can just hold it. I feel like you're going to be fine either way. But this is what we've built on one side. Now we're going to go ahead and add one of these red dangles, a hex bead, a little drop, a hex bead, a red, and a hex bead. And then I'm going to show you what we've got. So it's kind of like a double-sided, and we're creating a little loop, okay? So let me take off my bead stopper. Let me show you. Okay, so this is coming off both of them, but we're gonna bring them together to form a little loop, and then we're gonna crimp another crimp tube to keep it secure. But this is our little bobbly dangle right here. So this was kind of a creative way without having to add like a big jump ring or another wire wrapped contraption. We're able to create it, and this created more space so we could get more of like a cluster effect. Okay, so now I'm going to put on a crimp tube, and we're going to grab a crimp tube. Ah, come on. Okay, there's one. And then we're going to put the other strand through it as well. Okay, and we're going to pull it on down. Keep pulling. I'm going to show you guys what we've got. Okay, and this is a really good way where you can see that. So we made a little loop. Can I move my camera down a bit? Oh, it's being covered by the shopping. Okay, good. Oh, thank you, Ruth Alice. For sure. Oh, definitely, please let me know that that is so helpful because I can't see that on this end. But that is really helpful. So here we got that little loop, and now we're ready to crimp our crimp tube again. So we're just going to go in here, make sure that there's no big gaps in the beading wire. We're going to go into our back again, and if you can, it can be a little tricky. Try to spread out those wires and crimp. So I just squeezed it. Yes, I am using 2x2 crimps with 0.015 beading wire. That is my very favorite combination. And then I'm just going to crimp this. So we've got, that is crimp tube. So that is not going anywhere, but we created this fun little charm dangle. Now we're going to string our beads, and I'm going to start with 3 of these beautiful big Czech Glass ones right here that come with the mix. Oh, thank you, Lisa. You know, I think because I'm kind of newish to the stringing game, I'm having a lot of fun trying to push its limits a little bit to see what can and can't be done with it. Like, I'm loving making loops with the beading wire and all of that. I just am having such fun with it. Okay, so here we go. And I'm going to take this tail and I'll trim it at the end, but I'm going to put it through the first bead so it can kind of hide a little bit. And then we've got these 3 beads here. So now we're going to build out our bracelet. The next bead I'm going to add is actually a crimp tube, but we're not going to crimp it. We're just going to use it because it is a beautiful little gold bead in and of itself. So that's really nice. Oh, hello, Santa Barbara girl. So I just used the crimp tube as a bead because I wanted a little bit more gold right there, like a little bit more gold metal elements, but I didn't feel like I needed to buy another bead when I already had crimp tubes, if that makes sense. So I'm going to do 3 of these guys. They're really a cool like triangle shape. And then another crimp tube. And then one more. Okay. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. We're building it up. And if you do like purse charms, I know purse charms and purse dangles are really fun right now. This would be a good technique for it too, because you can get that nice cluster effect. Now we're going to go back and add one of our little seed beads, our tiny little gold ones. Okay, and then I want 3 of these white drops. So I'm going to take these, but between each and every one, I'm going to put a little seed bead because you'll notice that they're a little bit wider on the base. So I want something between them on the stringing wire so that they have a little bit of room to breathe. So you can wire wrap these guys like we did at the beginning, or you can put them right onto the stringing wire. I just do recommend having a little something between them so they've got a little bit more room. And I'll show you what that looks like here in just a minute. These bead mixes are so fun to play with. They're like a little mini challenge each time of like the beads really inspire the projects. All right, so here we go. And these are called oh, I forgot the spacer. Okay, well, I'm going to take this off so you can see, but you see how much better they sit when you've got a spacer bead between them. So let me put the spacer bead between them, which is just a little gold 11-0 seed bead. Nothing fancy, although it's a very pretty gold seed bead. Okay, and then we're gonna see that this sits better. Yeah, Czech drop beads, really, they're just so cool. So now they're not overly crowded and they have room to spin and move. So this is what this is looking like as we're building it out. Oh, I love the hearts, guys, thank you. Okay, and now we're gonna do 3 of these gorgeous red beads. 1, 2, 3, followed by 3 of the amber beads. And you can adjust these numbers, of course. So if you want more of the red beads, definitely more of the red beads you can put on here. Oh, Daisy just got her beads delivered. Wonderful. Jan, yes, the red beads are so pretty. That color is gorgeous. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put on 3 of these amber color beads. And I really do feel like you can do antique brass with this. You can do gold, whatever you like. Okay. So here is our bracelet. And what I'm going to do right now, oh, thank you, Nancy. I'm going to add the toggle bar now to this other end. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on a crimp tube first. All right, so I've got a crimp tube. And on this side, if you remember, for this side here, we started with 3 crimp tubes, I'm sorry, 3 seed beads, put the clasp on, 3 more seed beads. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 4 on each side because I want a little bit more wiggle room for this toggle bar to easily go into the loop. So we're going to do 4 seed beads. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, that one's not going on. 4. Okay, now we're going to take our toggle bar, and it's got that nice little ring. Oh, good. Thank you, LJ. Yeah, I think they just need that little breathing room. And seed beads are such a simple solution for that. Okay, now 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we've got this on here. We're going to loop back around and down through our crimp tube. And this just creates that extra space. It's a nice finishing technique to use those seed beads. Adds a little extra gold, which is good too. So we're going to pull this down. I'm going to have it on my mat though, real quick when I do this. All right. And so you want it to be, you want to check your beads. Make sure that it's not too stiff or too tight. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to push this down so we have no gaps in our wire. And once we've got it how we want it, we're going to go in there with our crimping pliers. Okay. And I'm going to make sure that I don't accidentally crack a seed bead here because it's a kind of a tight little area. So we're just making sure that we've just got the crimp tube. I think I do. Okay. Squeeze it. There we go. You can see those 2 channels. And now we're going to go up. And then what I'll do is I'm going to take this wire and put it through the first bead next to my crimping. Just the first bead for me. I think that's the pattern I've settled on. You can trim it right when it exits the crimp tube. You can put it through several beads. I feel like every designer is a little different. I think I've settled on liking to put it through just the 1 bead next to my crimping. So there we go. And now I'll just trim all my tails. And we are done with our pretty bracelet. All right, and then I'm going to try to maybe move some of this aside. Ooh, I've got some beads to sort later. But here is this bracelet with this toggle bar. I'll show you the other one too. But really fun and pretty darn easy to make. And it's got this little bauble cluster right here. And it's got all these beautiful, beautiful Czech glass beads. And then I did put a different toggle on this one here. I had to put this little hammered one. So you can kind of see which one you like best. But these are really fun. These little drops are super fun to use. I like playing with the shapes and the sizes. And then you have so many beads left over. you can definitely make yourself a little pair of earrings. You would just wire wrap that little bead in the same way that you did for your baubles. You can do earrings with the other beads as well. You can make a matching necklace, all sorts of fun. And like I said, there's so many beads left. This is all from that pack. There's so many beads. So that is that vintage Christmas Czech Glass mix, which is really pretty. Oh, thank you, Ruth Alice. All right, guys, I'm going to show you one more time the new mix for today. I'm going to actually scoot this aside because I think there's so much to see there. But if you missed the beginning of the show, we just released a brand new mix, and it is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's there in that shopping bag if you want to see it. And then next week, I'll create a design with it, and I already think I'm going to try to do a necklace, an earring, and a bracelet. There are these beautiful, huge amount of pearl-looking Czech glass beads. These ones are gorgeous in capri blue. My gosh. Then there's this really cool looking unique bead. That will be fun to do as a focal. And then these little ones here, which are like side drilled. These guys are 2-hole lentil beads, which are cool. So those will be fun to try to work into something. And then we've got these guys, which are similar to the like a flat, like a coin pearl. That's a Czech glass, but coin pearl that I am wearing on my necklace right now, which you'll see in a minute. And Eric is reminding us that these new ones do sell out quickly. Megan only makes them in small batches. So if there's one that you love, definitely make sure to grab it. These are cool though. These will have to be earrings. I just feel like I want to do earrings, some wire wrapping on those guys. And then there's also these beads in this bag. So there's these really pretty drops. There's these squares, and these all come with it. So this is all part of the same mix. So really, really pretty. All right, I cannot wait to start designing with those. All right. Megan is amazing. She is so good. She is so good. All right, guys, before I flip my camera up, don't forget if you have anything in your shopping cart, make sure you fully check out. We are also having our Christmas in July sale, which is a site-wide sale, 20 to 25% off everything. If you order over $49, we're also doing, in addition to free shipping, this beautiful gift with purchase, which are these 5 strands of hurricane glass. So that's awesome too. So lots and lots of fun to be had. Oh, we'll help you with your wire wrapping. We're going to help you with your wire wrapping. Wire wrapping is challenging, but I always say you got to make the wire do what you want it to do. So if you have any questions about it, definitely let us know. We'll help you for sure. Okay, I'm going to flip the camera back up. Say goodbye for today. All right. Oh, and this is the necklace. I think we had a question about what was I wearing. This is the necklace that I am wearing. You can go watch the replay. All of these shows are saved and archived. So as soon as a show ends, you can watch it. But this is using the teal mix. So this is a project you can make with that. And that's also in the shopping bag too. Oh, Debbie. Okay. Michelle will definitely connect with you and fix that. So you will definitely get your strands. All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Daisy. Yeah, we were talking about this in the beginning of the show that I think this is my most complimented piece of jewelry I've made. And it's the one I use the most. Like I wear it with everything because I think it's really easy to wear with like, you know, jeans, or you can wear it with a dress or black or any color you want. It's very easy. Oh, thank you guys. Yeah, it was really fun and easy to make. And this new mix, where's the new mix? Okay, the new mix that we just launched also has these pearls. They're the same size. So I think it's going to be really fun to design with them, but in a different way. That's not like a recreation of this necklace. So that will be fun. Oh, thank you, Santa Barbara girl. All right, guys. Oh, thank you. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. If you have any of these mixes in your shopping bag, please make sure to check out so you can get them. I'm thinking that the new mix might sell out just because its colors are so gorgeous. So if that's something you want, make sure you grab it. Have a wonderful day. I am off to take my husband to Comic-Con. So that is my afternoon. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you here next week. But join Becky tomorrow and Sarah on Friday. We always have a good time here. So thank you, Tilly. Thank you.